Hello there. Today is Friday, the 25th of August, and here what I learned from people during this week. Freelancers are fast, finding your strengths, preparing before asking for help, for whom things are brighter when they get older, and the importance of music. So check it out. First, last time I shared the phrase as fast as I carefully can, and having conversations with many freelancers after that, I understood that it's one of their principles because when you're working on a project, your boss need to finish it fast and good, so you get paid and get referred later on. And that's what we were talking about with Marc Clemens during the Freelance Drive conversation.
Freelancers work on lots of different projects that are super fast in getting onboarded and getting into topics, understanding new problems and finding solutions. So I think it doesn't have to be 100%. It needs to be a person with the right basic skill set, with interest in this project, and then it can be done.
Second, after connecting with Megan Johnston in the Generalist World community, I told her that I have no idea how to identify my strengths, and she immediately shared with me the Clifton Strengths 34 assessment. For sure, even though it's paid, I grew up having hacked software on my PC, I decided to invest in myself, jumped into it, and asked my wife to check the accuracy of the result. And yes, I liked reading them, but after my wife told me that it's accurate, now I'm totally confidently sharing it with everyone who wants to know more about themselves. So check the link to it below. Third, have you ever asked somebody or received a request to randomly pick your brain when someone had a question? And have you thought about how it sometimes can be hard to kindly say no if you feel that you are not the right person, or if it sounds like a consultancy and you have to be paid for that? However, during the Freelance Sucks conversation with Cordt Zermin, he told me a very important thing.
I always hope that people think about how they are taking other people's time or what it means when they do certain actions. If you don't think about it at all, then call someone and try to figure it out. First of all, it will take longer, and second, it might yield nothing and you just wasted 30 minutes of time from someone. But if you take time in advance, think it through, and then are certain that this is the right person to call, the right person to ask, the right thing to discuss, and you come prepared, then you save everyone's time. And I think this is extremely important, and I try to do it because I think it's just rude to not.
Of course, I'm currently reading An Immense World by Ed Young, and I found that jumping spiders' supply of lie detecting cells gets bigger and more sensitive with age. And I love this quote so much. For a jumping spider, getting older is like watching the sun rising. It's an amazing book in general, and I love so much what I learned from it, so check the link to Goodreads review of the book below. Fifth, on the Huberman Lab podcast, Jocko Willing said that for him, some music is a soundtrack for life, and I immediately remembered Ella's question about why a lot of the music that I love is from a long time ago. It struck me a lot. I've never thought about that. And here is what I learned about myself while answering this question. Those songs I like, and that I still have a lot of them in my playlist, and I still have a lot of them in my car. And those songs I were listening when I was teenager, and this age of rebellion and trying to find my way in a society and having some kind of problems with parents and not always being the best student and trying to make things my way and trying to understand what is my way. And just like that, these were 5 things I've learned from people during this week. And what you learned this week. Share it in the comments here or on LinkedIn or anywhere, and let's connect. And if you learned something new, share this episode with your friends. That's it. I'm done. See you next week.